Why won't he have sex with me? Long time, first time, feather, feather. I've been seeing this guy for about a month now, and everything is going great. We go on dates. He's introduced me to his friends and flatmates. Ooh, might be from across the pond. His friends and flatmates, who all later admitted he had gushed all about me to them, about me. We text and speak a lot, and we have had 2 sleepovers that resulted in us waking up the next morning and staying in bed all day, chatting and kissing and laughing. Man, I just imagine like the white sheet blowing in the wind.
See, I'm imagining holding in a dump all day.
So we spend all day chatting and kissing and laughing and holding in dumps. We really enjoy each other's company, and I feel good about it. Everything is great, except we still haven't had sex. What gives? Both times I stayed over, we both kind of drunk, so I can understand that it can be difficult to get it up if you've had too much to drink, but the next morning should be okay. There was heavy making out and some touching, but nothing ended up happening. For whatever it's worth, it took until the end of the 3rd long date we had for him to even kiss me. So maybe he's just nervous, or maybe he doesn't want to have the first time be drunk and hungover. Am I doing something wrong? I feel like this could lead to a relationship, so I don't want to pressure him or rush anything, but I've never had this happen to me before. Am I being too pushy, thirsty for the D? Please advise. Thanks for all that you do. What do you think, John Gabris? What do you think about this situation?
I think a large population of men in heterosexual relationships, and now more than ever before, are just wary of like pushing anything. And I think, I feel like, I mean, I was even like this before all, like, I was never really a single guy around town, but like you're tentative. You don't want to overstep any boundaries. It sounds like he likes you if you can spend all day laying in bed together. I feel like, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but if she just said, I want to have sex tonight, I 100% guarantee this guy would be like, yes, that sounds awesome.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm hesitant to, because if this was a personal friend of mine, my follow-up questions would be like, are we touching each other's genitals with our hands or our mouths at all in this making out? It's like, because that would be, but I'm a gentleman, so I'm not going to ask, and she can't respond, luckily. But I would say, my advice would be, and this feels bad because this is a heteronormative advice, but I would say maybe broach the subject vocally. Just verbalize what you would like, or get to that point where there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? No ambiguity. Make it be like, it's like, hey, bro, it's fuck or get off the pot.
It's time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you. I agree with what you're saying. I think a couple things to keep in mind for this woman is, one, the first time having sex is you only get one first time.
Correct.
And if he's spending cuddle sessions with you in the morning, it sounds like he likes you and enjoys your company as much as you enjoy his. And that, I think, like, not to say there's pressure on both sides, but for a guy, that first time you're like, everything's going great, but now I got to stick the landing. I got to I got to make sure I go long enough and it's not too long. I got to make sure I don't make faces that are weird. It does, I think, like, sometimes you're just trying to figure, you're just in your head with someone that you're like on, like when it doesn't happen right away, then it's like, that doesn't happen again. Now there's like added pressure. It's on his mind. And it's like, now I really got to like make sure this sex, like I got to make sure she comes 7 times. Like it feels like a bigger mountain. So I think that
there's more and more pressure as the connection seems more and more real. Like if you can spend 12 hours in bed joking around and shit, that's more important than how do we fuck at this point. But that's going to put a guy in his head, and maybe even subconsciously she's in her head a little bit about it because she said, this, I could see this being a relationship, so I don't want to pressure him. I guarantee if like this would be like a meme or a one-panel comic where they're laying in bed to each other and both thoughts are like, I wish he would just, or I wish she would just try to fuck me. I have a feeling, if I had to guess, I'm getting like I could feel the horny tension in the air via the letter, via the email.
No, she actually wrote this with a quill and on parchment paper. I'm with you. I think I don't like the line you pointed out from the email is something that kind of stuck out to me. I feel like this could lead to a relationship. Don't be afraid to act on your feelings because you're afraid of ruining what could be a relationship. You are just being you. You are just being, enjoying the moment, and none of it is done with the intent to of ill will. So I think the next time you guys are hooking up, here's what I would say to her. Over the pants rubbing.
That's what I'm saying. That would be my follow-up question about, like, if this was a friend of mine, if she was like, Gabrus, what's going on? And I'm like, did you touch his dick on the outside of his pants? Like, that's a great barometer.
That's the new name of this podcast, and the Did You Touch His Dick t-shirts are coming out this week. I think just a rub over the pants, that's like the go-ahead. That is a little bit, that is pulling in the righty. We're bring it in. Bring him in. We need the reliever.
Wild thing.
Yeah. Everyone's like, bring in the closers. And listen, here's the thing. Here are the steps. And I think it helps to have the steps. You're making out. You touch a penis over the pants. And then he should be taking it from there.
Right.
If he doesn't, I think that is your place to go, hey, I'm really enjoying your time. I think it feels like you're enjoying it too. I want to take this to the next level. And that's all you have to say. Own what you want, because I think when you say, I feel like this could really lead to a relationship, you're sitting there being like, well, if he likes me, I like him. And that's a dangerous way to go. Own, I like you. I'm in bed with you. I'm enjoying my time. I'm fucking feeling it. I just touched your dick. What's going on? It didn't go anywhere. And I think you have a right to say it at that point. And then he can say, well, there's other things that could be at play.
Right. I think if you don't address it, and then you're on date 6 and you're laying around in bed all day, now maybe both parties are in their heads. That's like my big concern, because that's what I see the most in even long-term relationships is like mine and my wife's, most of our fights that blow up out of nowhere are like, wait a minute, there's actually been like 11 occurrences of something similar to this that I did, and now I'm starting to see it. I'm like, if you nip this in the bud 4 times earlier, we're all way better off. Yeah.
If you had the uncomfortable conversation that was a little bit uncomfortable, it wouldn't be a massively uncomfortable thing later on.
Exactly.